My name is Beth Scott. I'm with A Proper Hat, and we're here today to talk about scarf tying techniques and non-scarf techniques for carriage drivers. Carriage drivers have special needs because they have certain apparel that they are required to wear. Also, they're traveling at a pretty good speed. They're driving a carriage, and they get dressed under some pretty adverse circumstances, in a dusty trailer, in a cloudy mirror, and with a horse pawing a hole to china outside. So we're going to keep things really simple and straightforward so you can look your best without a great deal of fuss. First of all, it starts with what the carriage driver wears. It's usually a jacket or blazer. I recommend that carriage drivers use either 2 or 3 button jackets. There's a good reason for this. There's a 2-button jacket. The 1-button jackets can be problematic. You want a jacket that buttons up high so it holds your scarf in place. Also, you're working when you're driving, and the 1-button jackets tend to gap open as you're working. As your scarf can fall out. It takes away from your tidy appearance, and the judges really don't want to be distracted by a scarf flapping around. But the 1-button jackets can work. You just have to turn them into a 2-button jacket. You don't even have to have a button made. You can bring up your 1-button jackets up higher, put a little safety pin in there, and you're set. As far as scarf materials, you have a few to choose from. If you're lucky enough to have a silk scarf from France or from Italy, they're lovely. They have the same pattern on both sides of the scarf, so you don't have to worry about the right and wrong sides. They have a really nice drape to them, and that comes as an advantage on one type of scarf tying technique. But really, for carriage drivers, you can go with the less expensive polyester scarves. This is a polyester or silk polyester. The one disadvantage is that they are bulkier. Bulkier doesn't necessarily work well for carriage drivers, but they're very versatile. There's the woven type scarves. These are especially nice with your tweedy jackets that you use in the fall and winter. There's chiffon. Works just as well as the polyester. As far as scarf shapes, there's let's do both of the chiffons. We have a oblong scarf and square scarf. I like the squares. I think they're just really versatile. 35-inch, 36-inch is the best size. Any bigger than that, they're just too big. Smaller than that, you can still use them, but you get a little more limited as to how you can use them. Sometimes you can't find exactly what you want in a square scarf. Oblongs can work. This one's about 5 foot long and a little over a foot wide. As far as scarf techniques, the simplest is the shawl technique, and you're not so wrapped up around your neck with this one. It's good for the warmer days. This is just simply the scarf, either square or oblong, tucked in around your neck, tucked into your jacket. But you're going to have to fasten this scarf down somewhere. Get creative. because you're working as you're driving, and with the airflow and so on, it's going to work its way out and start flapping around. So take care of that scarf somehow. For some of our scarf tying techniques, we're using Annie, my stepdaughter from Sweden, and she's going to help me out here with our scarf techniques. This is a fine silk scarf, and like I mentioned earlier, there's some techniques you can use with this that you can't with your bulkier polyester scarves. This is a square one. We're going to find the center of it, flip it over, tie a knot in that very center, flip it over again. This isn't as hard as it looks. And find two ends on the same side, tie it around your neck, pull it up kind of close, and tie it off in the back. And then you get this nice little ascot kind of effect. You can try it with your polyester scarves. It may be a little too bulky for them. Then on the classic carriage driving scarf tie, we're working with a square scarf, always folded in a triangle. In fact, I keep my scarves at the ready folded in triangles. So when you're in a hurry, you just grab that guy and put it around your neck. Try and get the point in the center. Just bring the ends back around. And then tie a square knot, which is right over left, left over right, if you don't remember it from your Girl Scout days. And you tie it off, and you get that nice casual carriage driving effect, something a little different. You can take the ends of the scarf around your neck and fold it over. I'm not sure how good that's looking to the camera. There. So you fold it over the knot, and then you get kind of a turtleneck look to it. The third way, which is my favorite, you do the same thing with your scarf. You get your nice bib going there, and we use scarf clips. Scarf clips are a little hard to find, but I'll explain to you where you can find those later. They're real nice effects to use with your scarves. You want to select either gold or silver based on whether your harness hardware and your carriage hardware is brass or silver. Let's say it's silver. The scarf clip you would fold up and get it ready. Then you bring the ends of the scarf around. You turn your scarf clip upside down, so you're looking at it. Upside down and backward, bring the ends of the scarf through. Slip it up to about where you want it. Snap it closed. The nice thing about the scarf clips is they provide some weight there. So your scarf is not likely to start coming up and bothering you or getting in your way. And they add that nice little emphasis there that can go with your earrings. Okay, another technique for your square scarves is to bring them around your neck, but this time you're tying the very ends of it. Bringing the ends around the back. Let the scarf drape down in front. Find that corner. And then again, you're looking at your scarf clip upside down and backwards. You slip that little corner piece inside, slide the scarf clip up, and there you have another technique for your square scarves and your scarf clips. You can also do this with an oblong scarf. Drape it around your neck. And find the edges to your oblong scarf. Take your upside down and backward little scarf clip. You want to get your scarf about, not quite halfway down, maybe a third of the way down. Hold the edges to it, not the ends, the edges. You're going to slide your scarf clip on, pull it up, snap your scarf in place, and then you can kind of poof this out. You get nearly the same effect with an oblong scarf as you do with the square. The other thing you can do with an oblong scarf is, and this is especially good if you have a jacket that is a jewel neckline or a rounded neckline, kind of similar to what Annie's wearing here. We're going to take your oblong scarf, wrap it around your neck. Then you're going to start to tie it. But as you bring this up, you're going to catch the part that's around your neck. Snug it up a little bit, fluff it out, and then you can tuck it into your jewel neck jacket. Adds a little color, a little emphasis. You can do the same thing with a square scarf. You just have to turn it into an oblong scarf by folding it. It's just, you take the ends and you fold them in, fold them in, fold them in, and then you have your oblong scarf that you can do the same thing with. And you can even just tie it off here, a square knot. Tuck in the ends, you're ready to go. I promised a couple of non-scarf techniques because I know there's a few of you out there who just don't like scarves. And on a hot day, they can be problematic. There's dickies. I don't know of another name for these, but I think they do have other names. They were used a lot in the 40s and 50s. You can find patterns for them, or you can just make them up yourselves. This is a beautiful, elaborate one that we made for someone. Usually dickies are kind of a square that fit over your head. This was made for a person with a smaller head than Annie's. And then they fasten behind the neck. And you put your jacket on over it, and then you're done. You can put this on ahead of time before you even start harnessing your horse. The last technique I'm going to show you, a non-scarf technique, is something one of my clients came up with, and she showed me, and I'm sharing it with you. It's just really simple. You take a scarf type fabric, sew it into a square, fasten it on the inside of your jacket, preferably with snaps, so you can change it out. You can use safety pins, but in those last frantic few moments while you're getting dressed, you don't want to have to be worrying about whether the square is level. It's great for a hot day, when you don't want a scarf around your neck, or if you just plain don't like scarves and want something simple like this. It's extremely versatile. Change them out depending on your outfit. The scarves that I've been working with, I carry scarves all like them on my website, aproperhat.com. I select the scarves so that they coordinate with the hats that I sell. And I also have the scarf clips. They're a little hard to find. I get them in lots from England, where they tend to be vintage and one of a kind. So I hope to see you out driving, and I hope this video has been helpful to you. Thank you.